Hey, this is Natalia from the Deers, and you're watching AMBY. AMBY?
Yeah.
Watching? Listening? Viewing? Downloading?
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I'd like to welcome you to our interview with the Deers. How y'all doing?
Woo!
Now it's a really exciting time for all of you because this year actually marks the 20th anniversary of the Deers. Do that the whole interview. Woohoo! But the other exciting thing is the fact that you released Times Infinity Volume 1, which is your 6th record. So just to get acquainted with our viewers at home a little bit, tell us about some of the highlights you had while making this new album.
Highlights?
I know it was 2 years in the making, so does anything kind of stand out for you?
Well, we recorded in Toronto. That was
a
big,
highlight.
big bulk of it. So.
That was, we'd never recorded an album in Toronto.
Ever.
So, we always do everything
We've
in
done
Montreal.
bits and bobs, but we've never actually, brought all our gear into a studio and engineers and the whole thing. We've never done that before, so that was interesting. We were here for a couple of weeks the first time, and then came back, did it in a couple more weeks. So that was interesting.
I read something where Natalia actually said that was a little bit odd for you to actually record in Toronto rather than Montreal. So did it take a little bit of adjusting, just because I'm sure you're used to all the places in Montreal. So what was it like to come over to Toronto and make the record?
Well, go ahead.
I mean, well, for me it was because, I grew up in the west end of Toronto, and the studio was in the east end, and it's once you
Leslieville.
cross... Yeah, it's like a different city, completely, I don't know, so... But I mean, when you're in the studio, it's like you're in a bubble, so it doesn't even matter what's around you or
It feels
where you
weird when you
are.
walk out of the studio after spending 12 hours there, and then you walk out and it's like, oh, I'm in Toronto, so it's really weird.
How would you compare Toronto to Montreal?
I would not compare.
Yeah.
You wouldn't?
No, it's so
yeah.
different.
Two different animals, really. There's almost there's nothing I could, other than maybe the amount of construction that's going on.
Traffic is
And traffic,
awful here.
it's awful in Montreal.
is.
But aside from that, culturally, and just the vibes of the two different of the cities are just so different. You can't compare them at all. They're just completely different experiences. And I being a Montrealer and being married to Natalia, and having to come here as often as I do, I definitely feel that difference a lot more. I'm definitely, I feel like I can really say I've spent enough time here to kind of get a sense of what Toronto is, and knowing what Montreal is, it's they're just different. I can't even say one is better than the other. I'm not gonna even go there. Let's go there. I can't say which one's better or whatever,
Well, I know it sounds incredibly cliche, but every time I go to Montreal, my favorite part, hands down, would have to be the bagels. So just
Right.
being
I thought you were going toward a poutine there, because
Or Schwartz's.
It's not
Do you
done
go
right
to
here.
Schwartz's?
I've been to Schwartz's.
Yeah, everybody likes to go there.
I don't know. I'd have to say I've had better at a couple spots. Is that your
What,
favorite?
here?
Yeah,
No, I don't. I
What,
don't eat
Schwartz's
meat,
or
so-
bagels?
Schwartz's.
Oh, yeah,
Bagels
you
are my
can't-
favorite
no,
from
bagel,
Montreal.
No, forget it. I remember getting to a huge argument with Howie Weinberg
About the
bagels.
Yeah.
He seemed to think New York bagels are better than. I'm like,
That's
no,
just crazy talk.
that's insane.
It's like a
You
bun
can't
in
even.
New York. It's like
It's-
you're eating a
it's
bun.
It's
No.
a bun in shape of a donut.
No, if Montreal truly has one thing to offer to the world, it's their bagel.
And it
no
can't
doubt.
be reproduced
Not just their
elsewhere.
bagel, the Saint Viator bagel.
And
Well,
a-
that's a whole
and a
other-
poutine too. The poutine.
Well, there's the poutine,
in
but that's
Toronto
a Quebec
is,
thing.
Yeah,
That's
because,
like a
you
it's
know,
quite popular here.
Yes.
If
But
you go to some tabernacle place,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's not in Montreal, you're gonna get possibly a better
Yeah.
poutine. So
True.
Being Montrealers, outside of the food, because it obviously seems to be quite an important part of there,
It
just
is.
share with our viewers some of your favorite spots or favorite things to do in the city. Where would you advise them to go in Montreal?
in Montreal,
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't leave my house much. I don't know. I'd say,
Definitely.
the canal is nice.
Like the Lachine?
Yeah. There's
Really?
there's a brewery there.
You just pulling that out of your ass, like.
Or did you just like have like the Visit Montreal?
I went
tour
there recently, and I was like, this is nice.
There's this one market I went to once. I don't remember the name.
Jean
But,
Talon Market.
pardon?
Jean Talon?
It might have been,
Or
but it was
Atwater.
it was outdoors. And
Yeah.
it was amazing. They
That
had-
would be a highlight, the Jean Talon Market,
Yeah.
for sure.
We spend a lot of time at the market. Like
Okay.
I go there almost, definitely weekly, maybe a couple times, a few times a week.
Maybe, that's all I got.
I mean, the new, hot part of town is called Mile X, which is like,
Really?
yeah, it's like the combination of Mile End and Park X, which are two neighborhoods. And it's this like crafted neighborhood that I don't even think technically exists
Yeah.
on a municipal level.
Yeah, it's not. No, there's.
Villeray is kind of hot spot now.
Yeah.
There's some good spots.
Yeah.
There's the pickup
My
dépanneur,
couch,
which is like
Netflix.
Yeah.
It's a good place to go.
internet. Internet's a lot
Internet's
of fun.
great. Well, going back to the record Times Infinity, this is volume 1 that you're releasing on September 25th, but there's also a volume 2 that's in the works. So why did you decide to split the record up in 2 separate volumes? Was that intentional? Did you have all of the material done and you just thought, let's do it that way? What was the thought process behind that?
I mean, I think it's just we had a lot of material. It was just going in that direction, and we just explored it. We chased it, and we were able to record all the stuff, and then we started whittling away, and then as pretty early on, we were starting to figure out what was going to go on what, and we really kind of spread it out in a way to really make them both be like a full experience and not like the A record and the B record. It was very important to us to maintain a balance across both volumes so that when people got to volume 2, having volume 1 behind them, they were able to get the full experience. It's like Kill Bill volume 1 and 2. That's basically what we did on record.
All
That's
right.
kind of what we were trying to do.
Nice. In support of the album, you're of course embarking on this cross-Canada tour, which we're really looking forward to. The Toronto date's coming up in November. So just as far as touring goes, is this the first time you're bringing the new material live? You're performing it?
Oh yeah.
So do you get nerves as far as playing stuff live goes for the first time? Does that still happen?
I'll figure. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll probably be nervous 5 minutes before we go on.
I don't know. It's weird what makes me nervous before a performance. And I don't think I'll be nervous, but I think it's just going to be fun. We haven't been out west in a really long time, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And going back to those markets.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, on that note, that wraps everything up. And I just want to say thank you so much for your time today. We really
Thanks so much.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you and
Thank
thank you. And remember, everyone, you can visit us at amusicblog.com for all exclusive interviews and features with your favorite bands. We'll see you next time.